Sabres.
go.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First matchup.
Elvis Schembri against Kazuhiro Hamanaka. Jiu-Jitsu against wrestling.
This is going to the ground because the wrestler is going to try to take the fight to the ground, but that's a bad move because Schembri is a really good submission artist.
But Schembri also knocked out Kazushi Sakuraba with his knee, so standing up he's dangerous too. Got to go with Schembri in this one.
I think so too. Schembri by submission.
There he is, the man called Elvis, Nino Schembri.
第一試合を行います。青コーナー172センチ、89.7キロ。浜中和弘。
And his opponent, Kazuhiro Hamanaka from Takata Dojo.
174センチ、86.5キロ。ニノ・エルビス・シェンブリ。
What can you say about Elvis and his submission ability, boss?
That he is very good. He won the Pan Am in California. Whoa, look at this. And only one thing for sure, we're not going to be confused tonight with who is Schembri because he got this big Schembri tattooed on his back.
Some of the Japanese celebrity commentators at ringside. And there's the face-off. The wrestler on the left in Hamanaka and jiu-jitsu man Elvis Schembri. Schembri 2-0 in the Pride Fighting Championships. Both wins, one by submission, one by a knockout over Kazushi Sakuraba, who is Hamanaka's teammate. And here we go! Schembri with the blue trunks, coming out with a guard high with a front kick by Schembri.
Whoa! Look at this. Hamanaka means business. He's a very good wrestler. He's not going to the ground.
And he's waving Schembri to come back up. Oh, that was a good shot.
Yeah.
And with shoes on, boss, that doesn't hurt the instep at all.
Yep. Look at this.
In the clinch. And Schembri pulls the guard in there, and he's on his back.
And an armbar coming up. There's an armbar coming up on the left arm of Hamanaka.
Hamanaka pounding down with a hammer fist on the left ear of Schembri. And I think it's going to be the strength that Schembri is going to have to ride out early of Hamanaka, get him tired, and then go for the submission. Might be difficult to pop one on early in the match. Although here he comes.
Oh,
he's going for his famous go-go plata submission, which is half a omoplata and half like almost a guillotine with the ankle under the Adam's apple.
And it looks like he's going to get it. Oh, no.
And you know, he showed that move to me when we did the pre-fight. He's got the omoplata, folks. And Hamanaka miraculously pulls out of the move. Hamanaka should step back and let him stand up.
Wow, Hamanaka's doing a real good job here.
Yeah, but he's got to pace himself. All this burst. Hamanaka is one man. Oh, there's the guard pull again. Hamanaka pounding down with that right hand. Hamanaka has got to watch out extending those arms out like that, boss.
Yeah, I think so too, because otherwise he's going to get armbarred. But until now, he's doing a real good job in defending everything that Schembri threw at him. Were already 2 escapes he had. An easy, way before Schembri tried to put it on, he was out.
Right, with just a little bit over 7 minutes left, Hamanaka back in the dangerous position, potentially, of the guard. There goes that. Look at the flexibility from Schembri. This guy is like a yoga master. He can put, oh, nice escape there by Hamanaka. Didn't want to wait for that left leg to wrap around his shoulder again.
No, I guess he heard the stories. Watch out on the ground.
Oh yeah, I'm sure these guys, trainers, do a lot of research on their opponents. And they're gonna have the restart. I like that.
Ooh, a nice high kick, and it was a hit.
And the second time around, Hamanaka stepped in with the right hand, and they're brawling here, folks. There's the knee.
That's a knee again.
That's the same knee that he knocked out Sakuraba with.
Oh.
Hamanaka seems to be in trouble here from the Muay Thai of Schembri. Schembri's getting good with those knees, Boss Root.
Whoa, you can't say that again. Perfect, and it's right on the button, the same as he did with Sakuraba, like you said. You know, I mean, it's on the jaw, right there. Perfect.
Yeah, Schembri seems to have great knees where Hamanaka, his best chance. Hamanaka took that shot and he's showing the wear of that around the nose area.
Yep.
And I don't think that Schembri's going to be able to pick off a single or double leg takedown here. Not against Hamanaka.
No, he's a phenomenal wrestler.
Yeah. Hamanaka has been an all-time, all-Japan wrestling champion for more years than we could count. And he's back down on the ground. Yep. Sakuraba there, Kazushi Sakuraba, watching Schembri go for that Gogo Plata again.
Yep. If Hamanaka is going to put his face up, he's going to get caught in that block. Here we go.
And he gets out.
Look at how easy he escaped.
But he doesn't get all the way out. Schembri still got him. Hamanaka inside mount. Not a good position for Schembri. Got to scramble and get out of there. And he did just that. Schembri as wily as a cat so far in avoiding any kind of danger from Hamanaka. Schembri with that right high kick again. He's telegraphing it a little bit now.
Yeah, this was a little slower, but of course, stamina is kicking in right now because these guys are going at it.
Yes, they are. I would have to say that Hamanaka has spent more energy so far avoiding submissions, enduring the two knees, and Schembri comes blasting in with punches, but I don't think he wants to get into a punching duel with Hamanaka.
Oh, look at that.
That was a good shin kick.
Oh, what a
Hamanaka
good right
answers.
straight.
Beautiful right straight. I think Schembri looks like, oh, I just got hit.
5 minutes more. The pace is really high. They're both bleeding. Who do you think's got the most on him?
I think that Hamanaka has taken the most percussive damage on his face, but it looked like it fired him up because he's moving forward, and Schembri now is moving back.
Shaking his arm, shake that leg that has it a little bit off. Yeah, they slow down a little bit.
I think at this point, respect has set in on both sides of this coin.
Ooh, and another right.
He's throwing it like a right jab because he's in southpaw. Hamanaka crawling away and landing at least one punch, and Schembri trying to do the Muay Thai number, and he's going into our famous koala bear position.
Yeah.
Remember that one, Boss?
I remember.
Hamanaka pounding away in the upright position. Schembri moving his head back, having taken several shots now. It seems that Hamanaka has the heavier hands.
Okay, here we go again. It's stop, don't move, but watch.
Kazushi Sakuraba in the center there, the great Pride Fighting Championship legend, looking on as his man. Kazuhiro Hamanaka has got his hands full, but has weathered many storms so far.
The age difference is 5 years between those two fighters here, but in this category between 20 and 30, I wouldn't say that it's going to make a lot of difference. What do you think, Steve?
Well, I think because you mentioned the 5 year difference, we'll have to tell who's younger and who's older. And Hamanaka is 24. Schembri is 29. You're absolutely right, Boss. Under 30 years old, anybody in their 20s with good training, stamina is not going to be a factor. Age will not be a factor. And its chances are, because they are at shorter careers, they will have less injuries also.
Look at this. Look out. Hamanaka is escaping every submission attempt. And before Schembri's even going for it.
One thing that impresses me so far about Hamanaka is the fact that he's got the same kind of reserve as a fighter who had fought numerous times in Pride, but this is his not only Pride Fighting Championships debut, but also his mixed martial arts debut. Schembri as well. Both these guys fighting a lot more experienced than they actually have. Schembri going high.
Oh, I thought that was a flying triangle choke.
Yeah, he went for the high kick, and then he tried to jump into either a triangle choke or just a guard, and he slipped out. Hamanaka chopping away again. These kicks at the legs of Schembri, if they stand back up, will tell their toll, Boss.
For sure, and especially later on into the fight, because in this position, Schembri cannot flex his muscles enough. to make sure that the kicks don't have a lot of impact. So it's always better to stand. Ooh, and there we go again.
There's that guard, the jumping guard of Elvis Schembri, and he's trying for the Kimura now, or what is he trying for, boss? He's trying to get out of the way of punches, that's what we know. Is he thinking about, he's going sideways.
A sweep, he's trying for a sweep. Now he's going for a sweep, watch this. He's going for this figure four, a reverse figure four. If it doesn't work, he can sweep him.
Oh, he pulled it out.
He wants the Fedor fight.
Schembri seems to be really, really not wanting to be in range of those punches at this moment.
Hey, by the way, saying that, he went for the reverse figure four, and I said, you know, did he look at the Fedor fight? Because Fedor did the same thing as Nogueira. You asked him that question. Do you remember?
Yes.
In our interview?
Yes,
You
I
said,
asked him if he watched that fight, because on paper, this would seem to be similar to fight. Now, one of those up kicks by Schembri did land.
Yeah, for sure, because otherwise he would have never stand up.
I'll tell you, Hamanaka seems to be not getting gassed, but he's huffing. But Schembri is showing the wares of the battle, too. They're going to war here at Yokohama Arena. Pride Fighting Championships bad to the bone.
1 more minute, and that's good, because they're going to get a minute rest.
And that's going to be a long minute, because both these guys have a look in their eyes like they want to go back to their stool and kick back for a second, because they've been really, really dealing with the aggression of the other combatant. A very close round, to be sure.
Who is going to pull this one off, huh? Yeah, right now they're both a little winded, but don't worry, they will come back. The second wind is going to kick in, probably in round number 2. And after some instructions, whoa, look at that.
Tried to jump knee, he was going to pull his head down, but it didn't work. But he's trying things.
His standoff, Schembri's standoff, looks way better than he showed us last time, I have to say.
Yeah, he's really improved. As a matter of fact, I think he really surprised us when he KO'd Sakuraba with that knee. But he didn't seem too surprised, and now we're seeing why.
Yep, a very nice first round for both fighters. I really wouldn't know who to give this round to. What would you say?
Boss, I don't know either, because Schembri tried more submissions. He got the fight on the ground, but Hamanaka was able to get out of those submissions, was able to stand up, land a few punches, and both guys are marked up just a little bit, but I think both men are very much still in this fight. And here we go. That's he's going for the omoplata, which is trying to turn into the gogoplata. And look at the escape here. Hamanaka pulls that right arm out and blasts it down, and then decides to stand back up. And okay, here this is almost like, now here's the knee. Look at that, right on the chin, and he drops him. Schembri dropped Hamanaka, but Hamanaka's got a great ability to take a punch, because that was right on the jaw.
Right on it, and then that right straight of Schembri looked really good too.
And
look at that right
nice
straight.
Right jab by Hamanaka to pay him back. I mean, this has been a thing of, oh, you're going to do that to me? Well, I'm going to pay you back. And here he tries for more Muay Thai, pulls guard into the koala bear position. Pat and Stephen Quadros, I am the fight professor. And
you should copyright that term, the koala bear position.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a couple quotes yourself, though, Wapo. And more on that later. Also, folks, don't forget, if you like this action here, check in on us on the World Wide Web at pridefc.com. We've got all kinds of goodies on there and up-to-date information on the Pride Fighting Championships. And we do have our video game, which is now available at your retailers. It's the Pride Fighting Championships, available on PlayStation 2. More on that later.
Whoa, here we go.
Oh, they're going to come up and touch gloves. Now that's respect.
Yeah, they have to have respect for each other after round number 1.
I think both of these guys now know they have their hands full. It's almost like the forces are from a different style. You got a wrestler against jiu-jitsu guy. But they've been able to neutralize and shut each other down. But yet, ooh, look at that! It's from a front leg roundhouse kick.
Yes. So now we know for sure that his corner told him to throw some low kicks, because this 3 low kicks in a row try his legs. That's what I probably said, but that in Japanese, but I don't know the Japanese language, so I cannot repeat
I think
that.
what it is because he delivered so many kicks while Schembri was on his back and only punches while he stood up, he thought he would surprise him with, oh, he's got the side mount. Oh, nope, no, he doesn't. Back in the guard, he almost had side mount, and that's what the wrestler would want in Pride, to either go for the hammerlock or the Kimura.
Yeah, but a guy like Schembri, it's for him it's easy to go to escape the side mount, I think. But then again, Hamanaka is a very good wrestler.
Hamanaka did say that fighting in front of this big crowd was a tiny bit intimidating, but I don't see any intimidation at all.
No, I'm totally amazed with his debut in mixed martial arts. It looks like he fought like 10 fights.
Yeah.
Watch this. He's going to go for the turn. He's going to turn him.
He's going for that.
I thought.
He loves that move. I wonder if his right leg is as limber in that position as his left. Because he always goes for that left leg up high.
Yes, he's climbing it up real high. If Hamanaka makes one little mistake, and he pulls it out real easy. It's like.
Oh, is he going to pass? Is he going to pass the guard? Oh no, it's going to be very hard to pass Schembri's guard.
Yeah, but he should. He should try.
Yeah.
Yeah, Schembri should try there.
There's a nice chopping left hand there, right to the front of Schembri. Most of the time, it's hard to deliver power in this position, unless, of course, you're the Pride Heavyweight Champion. And yeah, Fedor Emelianenko can definitely deliver power in the guard. But Hamanaka, being the novice so far, is just developing his punching power. But out of the Takada Dojo, I think he's one of the hardest punchers.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody box. His composure was very good too.
Yes.
And his jab, I call it a straight because he throws it like a straight, that hard. But he's standing. He's in his southpaw position, but he has a good right hand.
Yes, he does, because he's got a good base when he throws it, and he's got a lot of spring in his legs. And the power in punches doesn't just come from the arm. It comes from the feet, the legs, the hips, everything.
Yes, very important. Most important.
If you want to find out more about that, pick up the Boss Fruiten's Big Books of Combat.
Hey, that's right.
Masterfighter.net. Some good writers on that book.
Yeah, very good. I mean, the guy who did that whole article about me, it's a very good-looking guy too, actually. Besides me.
Who's that?
Stephen Quadros.
Oh my God!
Look at Hamanaka go.
Now Schembri,
just pounding away.
Schembri is from Brazil, but he is from distant Italian heritage, and his father is Italian. And wouldn't you know it, that Schembri said that his favorite movie was The Godfather, and I asked which character he liked. He said, "You know why I like Michael Corleone, which was the Al Pacino, but he also liked Sonny Corleone, which was James Caan, the hot-headed one. But Schembri for sure is not a hothead, at least not when he fights. He's very cool and calm. Now,
those were a few left hard strikes.
Yeah, Hamanaka's really punishing Schembri at this point.
Yes.
There it is again. Every time he turns for that arm, Hamanaka's there with a punch.
Look at this. This could be it.
Yeah, Hamanaka, if he passes the guard, it's going to really be disadvantageous for Schembri. We got 1 minute left in this grueling second round.
Yeah, but you know what? Last time we thought the same thing with Schembri against Sakuraba. He was on the losing end, and then suddenly, out of the blue, bang!
Schembri,
he knocked him out.
I think what you're alluding to is that Schembri has got heart.
Well, that's one thing for sure. Now look at this fight.
Schembri hanging tough, because you know, with a jiu-jitsu man as accomplished as he is, that you have to wait till the very last second of the match before you give in to victory, because this guy can pop that submission and end the match.
Yeah, Schembri's non-stop looking for that reverse figure four, but Hamanaka just doesn't let him get the arm. He just says, okay, I will not let you wrap your arm around my arm.
Okay, another round, and I would have to say that Hamanaka kind of slightly owned that round.
Yes.
And he goes back to his corner. His corner man, Kazushi Sakuraba, with his back to us, giving him some very vivid instructions. Now, training with a guy like Sakuraba, boss, I think you're really going to have a good idea how to deal with submissions.
Yeah, I think if you do well, just do well against Sakuraba in training and stay out of some submissions and just have a good workout with him, you're pretty much going to do good.
And that's a good way to stay out of submissions, by just punching the guy in the face, as Hamanaka is doing right there.
And now with his left.
Yeah.
So that means he's got power in the left and in the right.
Yeah.
Because these are solid punches. Those were solid punches. Look at this. And it's on the button. It's not like Fedor, but I mean, they're on the jaw.
But they're so short punches and they still did some damage. I think, as we were talking about, training with a guy like Kazushi Sakuraba, who, by the way, the great Kazushi Sakuraba will be in our next Pride Fighting Championships event, and that will be called Total Elimination 3, and it is a middleweight tournament that you will not want to miss. Total Elimination 2003. That's the one you don't want to miss. Kazushi Sakuraba, and it's going to be a stacked 8-man tournament.
Whoa, look at Schembri's face. You see Hanzo Grace in the corner. They're instructing him, giving him some last seconds instructions now because the round is almost over. What do you think that he's telling him?
I think Sakuraba is saying, okay, work more punches and bunches and start using your right hand, because he already threw the right hand in that round.
Yes.
And start with low kicks. And I would tell him to keep it standing.
Yeah, don't go to the ground.
Yeah, because if he pulls guard, don't engage him, because a lot of times, even with Fedor, what he did or what Hamanaka's done here, he engages him in the guard fight. Schembri really showing the wear and tear from the punches of Hamanaka in this, the final round of this absolute war.
Yeah, if I have to go by body language, they look kind of fresh. It's like second wind kicked in. They're not breathing heavy. They don't lean on their knees. They're still working. So I think there could be a knockout still. Look at that.
That right hand did score. And Schembri turning away. Oh. And Hamanaka should stand up here. He's blasting that right hand. Finally, like I said, maybe they said throw the right hand, and there it was.
Well, he should relax now, create some distance for more striking power, and then just go for it.
I think he should get out of the guard and stand back up, because he had him going standing up. But again, Takada Dojo is more a grappling dojo than it is a striking dojo. So the inclination would be, if it goes to the ground, continue fighting on the ground rather than stand back up. Let's say if there were a shootbox team or something. Oh, here we go, a restart, which at this moment looks like it's going to favor Kazuhiro Hamanaka. Oh, actually, they're going to restart in the center of the ring. Love this rule.
I love it. There's no escaping.
Yeah, because this means that the ground fighters have more of a chance than if you go to the side of the ring and then they restart him standing, which becomes basically a kickboxing match with almost rope escapes.
Whoa, nice right.
There it is.
To the left.
And there it is. I think he told him to throw the right hand more, because he's just blasting with that left hand. Oh, there's a hammer fist.
Yeah, which most of the time doesn't knock an opponent out, but it's a perfect setup for a next strike to the head.
Well, it's not over yet, but Hamanaka, in my opinion, is fast pulling ahead in this fight.
I think so too. If he continues like this, he's probably going to take the fight, the victory.
Yeah, because Schembri is not sneaking the legs up now. He's holding on, probably waiting for, posting. Hamanaka thinking about a can opener neck crank, but Schembri too smart for that.
Yeah.
And good, we're going to have a restart. I like this.
Me too.
Schembri probably doesn't, but Sakuraba, Matsui. Yellow card.
Both of them get a yellow card.
They both got a yellow card. I think that was a little bit soon to give a warning, because they were going for it. Oh, he should just stand back. Look at Hamanaka getting pumped. He's saying something to Schembri, probably saying, come on, get up. I don't know what he's saying. I don't speak Japanese too well.
He's saying, I just lost 10%, man.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you see, don't count out Schembri.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a mistake. He shouldn't have done that.
Yep, I'm right there with you, man.
You know, it's weird because I said before this match that this match would only go to the ground if Hamanaka wanted it to. Schembri's face looks like it was partly caught in between a windshield and a Mack truck.
You got a good way with words, Mr. Fight Professor.
I think that tomorrow, those scratches and bruises are going to be tenfold.
Yeah, and one thing I know of getting hit in the face and get black eyes, do not blow your nose afterwards. Because then suddenly you can't see anymore. You think, hey, what's going on? My face is so swollen. And it doesn't look good for girls.
Yeah, and then, you know, you got to get out the ice real quick.
Yep.
Get the ice.
Get the ice. Also some nice Oakley glasses.
There
Nice one, big ones. One more minute, and you better believe it that Hamanaka is going for it now. That is typical.
He's got to go for it.
Japanese. He's going to go wild now. Watch this.
Can Schembri pull it out? I don't think so. But, you know, you can't rule this guy out. Schembri has been taking a bashing at the hands of the man from Takata Dojo and hasn't had the answers in a submission since. Hamanaka standing back up, unopposed, and there we got the stand-up.
Well, and now he has to watch out for that knee.
Yeah, exactly.
Because for 30 seconds, there we go. Yeah, he has to watch out now. It should attack with surprise.
Hamanaka with that right jab, Schembri falling back. Hamanaka's got it under control here. Schembri looks like a beaten man at this moment. Schembri's slow with a high kick, but at least he's trying. He's not giving up. He has no quit in him. Hamanaka the quicker. Now Hamanaka going to show him a knee or two. And there we have it. Wow. Kazuhiro Hamanaka has arrived at the Pride Fighting Championships and opened a can of whoop ass on the man from Brazil in Elvis Schembri. I got to say that Hamanaka's got it in the bag.
Hey, same here, but we've been surprised in the past, but to me, yeah, he took this fight.
It would seem obvious because here we go. That was a little bit of a NFL action there with the shoulder jam. And Hamanaka coming out with fire in his eyes, going for everything and broke. And even falling down into the guard and pursuing Elvis into his territory. And he never threw a shot behind the head, even though it was so easy to accidentally do that.
Yeah.
Boss, this is a really good debut for Hamanaka because Schembri is really a good fighter.
Yeah, he shows a lot of skills. Hamanaka stayed out of everything. It's like I said, like I told you before, he looked at the Fedor fight against Nogueira, for sure.
Okay, let's see what the judges think about this.
Judge Kobayashi, Hamanaka. Judge Mato, Hamanaka. Judge Adachi, Hamanaka. Yote, Shosha, Hamanaka.
It is a unanimous decision for this man, the wrestling amateur superstar, going over to congratulate Renzo Gracie. I'll tell you, Hamanaka has got a future in this business.
Big future for this guy, especially with the new weight class coming up. We saw Renzo Gracie, what the people didn't see at home. When they raised the hand of Hamanaka, Renzo Gracie was applauding for him. So they knew that he definitely won this fight.
I will tell you that Hamanaka, right now, looked like a baby Fedor, a baby Mark Coleman. He's like and I mean baby because he's not all the way there yet, because we're talking about two great champions.
Yep.
But he's got that same style of beautiful ground and pound. This guy can hit, though.
He can hit left and right, as we said before. And yes, he's going to have a bright future.